Okay, here we go, COMM 101. These are probably the last of the critiques. We'll see how fast we get through them. First up is Tiger. Tiger, you spoke about domestic abuse. Good audience presentation. Pick up the pace. Keep your speech moving. You have a lot of dead spots, and you need to fix that. I can't see your eyes. Fix the camera shot. Get the camera closer to you. Cite sources in your speech, in your actual speech. If you have them in your written notes and things like that, it doesn't do any good at all. Your audience only hears what you say. And if you say something and you don't source it, then the audience will assume that you made it up. Establish your credibility. Who are you to be talking about that? What do you know about it? And again, it isn't like you're a professional worker in domestic abuse. It could be something that recently in a class I studied, or it could be I have had in my family instances where we've had some problems, and it's always concerned me, and that's why I want to talk about it, et cetera, et cetera. You're giving statistics that are screaming for sources. When you start to say that 1 in 5 people, da 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 da, you had better tell me where you got those numbers. Otherwise, I'm going to think you made them up. All right. Nice try on the visuals, but they were hard to see. I can't tell on your eye contact. That's crucial. You want to be really, really careful on that. You had great visual aids. They were appropriate to the speech. And overall, your sources citing was a problem. And the ending could have been a little bit stronger. Try to figure out a way to do a strong ending. And overall, the pauses is something you need to fix. It got dead at times. So overall, you've got some things you can improve on. Just work on that. Next up is Looster. Looster, you spoke on exercise and look at the camera. You're not talking to me most of the time. You're looking over here sometimes, and you're looking over there sometimes. And normally if you had an audience in front of you, you would look at the audience and look at the audience and that kind of thing. But I've told you in this class, look at me, ignore your audience. I am the one that needs to judge the eye contact. So talk to me. I am the camera. Talk to me. You got lost in your opening. It wasn't very strong because you got lost in it. You have very busy and distracting background stuff in where you shot that. There was no sign of speaker notes. Watch the shrugging your shoulders when you speak. It's distracting and it takes away from what you're saying. Watch the tisk. You want to be careful not to fall in the trap of using the tisk. I can't judge the ages of your audience because they're not on camera long enough. I suspect they're too young. The eye contact that you're doing when you're shifting your eyes from place to place is very distracting. And you did not cite any sources. Watch the sniffling. All right? That's kind of the thing where you, your nose. All right? One of the overall evaluations is message adapted to audience. You had what looked to be some very young people there, and I'm not sure that you were speaking to the audience that you had. I obviously am the audience, but don't punish your audience by making them listen to something that they're not all that interested in. Your eyes were just terribly distracting. No visual aids. You've got to make sure that you've taken care of that. And what else? The outline quality and preparation outline, the sources cited in your outline, all of that needs to be fixed. There were some mighty serious problems there. All right, next up, and I guess this, well, no, we got some more here. All right, this is Mighty, and Mighty, you had good audience introduction, fix the camera shot, stand still, work on flow, Nice intro of the visual. This was a very good job. Nice style in your speech. You did a lot of things right on this. Make sure you're clearer on your citing of your sources, and watch the kind of the moving a little bit. That's causing you some problems. You prepared the audience for an ending. You reinforced the central idea, and you summarized the main points. That was good. And key is you established your credibility. Nice job. When you subtract all of the things that weren't part of the speech, you got down to 5 minutes and 11 seconds. You want to be careful on that. Next up is Trojans. Speak slower, stand still. I can't see the audience. Much of what you say I can't understand. Many words are dropped because you get to the point and you just kind of like that. What? What'd he say? He just dropped it. All right. Don't thank the audience and don't applaud yourself at the end of the speech. Don't touch yourself while you're speaking. This kind of stuff, or scratch, or any of that thing. No sources were cited. Even in your notes, there were no sources cited. You're horribly off mic. Get the camera closer. The echo in the room made it very, very hard to understand you. There were no visual aids in this speech, I never saw a face of an audience member, so I have no idea. And you didn't cite any sources in your bibliography either. This is Raccoon. Good appearance. You talked about flash flood, and because you have an accent, at times flash flood sounds to me like you're saying fresh food. All right? You want to go slow, stand still, watch the headroom in the shot. The room has an echo. It's very hard to understand you. Parts of your speech were very hard to judge the content because I couldn't understand you. It's very difficult to see your eyes. I judge eye contact. If I can't see your eyes, I don't know. You had a little bit of an avatar look even. It didn't look quite real. I only heard one source in your speech. Don't thank the audience. You failed to show the audience. According to the class standards, you had no visuals at all. Move the camera closer for better audio, and there was not any source acknowledged in your outline or in your notes. Next up is Blessed, and Blessed will go fairly quickly on this. Talk to me, I'm the camera. When you're not in a classroom, always talk to the camera. I have no idea what you're looking at. You're relating lots of facts, but you're not talking with me or to me. You're kind of talking at me, so don't just throw facts at me. You used a quote from a lady named Martina. Why'd you use it? You didn't explain it. You didn't do anything with it. You ran over on length. There was no bibliography in the outline. I don't agree with your premise. Students from Ellettsville, you said that students from Ellettsville would not feel comfortable in New York City. Why? Where in New York? Et cetera, et cetera. And you have a federal definition that you used, but you didn't say where you got it from. You talked about EBD, emotional behavioral disorder, and you have some work to do. And please pay attention to all the comments. All of you go back and look and see, and we'll let it go here. Your points will be posted online so you can take a look and see where you are. Have a great weekend.